Biology part 142. The ability of a muscle to produce tetanus depends upon its refractory period, during which a second stimulus is ineffective. In skeletal muscle, the refraction period is short, but in cardiac muscle, it is very much longer. This makes the tetanic contractions impossible and is essential if the rhythmic beating of the heart is to be maintained. The duration of a single twitch depends upon small variations in muscles structures. For example, in fast or white muscles like human eye muscles, there are fewer blood capillaries and the individual muscle fibers have a particularly well-developed sacroplasmic reticulum. This promotes rapid uptake and release of calcium 2 plus ions so that each contraction lasts only about 10 ms. On the other hand, in slow or red muscles like those of the arms and legs, individual twitch contractions last for 50 ms or more. These muscles have smaller fibers, more blood capillaries, and more mitochondria and large amounts of the red pigments of myoglobin in their cytoplasm. As explained in the tutorial, the molecules of this substance bind reversibly with oxygen, which can be released at a low partial pressure. Thus, myoglobin acts as a store of oxygen which can be used to maintain aerobic respiration during strenuous activity. The red appearance of slow muscle is due to their blood capillaries and myoglobin. Oxygen debt. The supplies of ATP needed for contraction are normally maintained by aerobic respiration, and they are called creatine phosphate, which acts as a store of ATP. In resting muscle cells, ATP from respiration accumulates in the cytoplasm and is converted to creatine phosphate by a reaction. ATP plus creatine is equal to reversible reaction, ADP plus creatine phosphate. As ATP in the cytoplasm is used up by the reaction reversed, liberating the stored ATP so that the period of contraction can be extended. During strenuous activity in the muscle, supply of oxygen and creatine phosphate eventually become exhausted. In these circumstances, ATP is produced by the anaerobic respiration and lactate is formed. Lactate leaves muscles in bloodstream and is taken by the liver. To restore normal condition, large amounts of oxygen are needed. This situation is known as oxygen debt. During a race, athlete's body may build up an oxygen debt as much as 6 liters, which is then repaid by increased oxygen uptake the next hour or more. Results of one experiment illustrate here. As you can see, oxygen uptake rises after a day and continues at a high rate after the period of exercise, returning only to the resting level. The oxygen is used partly to reduce supply of creatine phosphate in the body muscles and partly to convert the lactate back to pyruvate. This is used aerobic respiration or may be converted into glucose or stored in the glycogen of the liver. And this is how it performs in fact. We'll explain more of it as we go ahead with it. The loss of oxygen is there in the myoglobin. So we are putting an end to this video right now.